Have you ever made a tiny change to what you eat, and then, a few days later, something strange happens? Not painful. Not dramatic. Just different. Maybe your sleep feels deeper. Your joints don't ache as much when you wake up. Maybe your mood is lighter, your thoughts a little clearer, but you can't quite put your finger on why. Now, imagine this: what if one of the smallest, most overlooked foods sitting in your pantry could quietly flip a switch inside your body? Not just change how you feel, but actually reprogram how your body functions after the age of 60? And I'm not talking about a pill, or some exotic berry shipped from across the world. I'm talking about something simple. Ordinary. Something most of us have tossed aside without thinking twice. Pumpkin seeds. Yes, you heard that right. Those little green seeds people scrape out at Halloween and forget about the rest of the year? They might be doing far more inside your body than you'd ever imagine. And the changes they trigger, especially in folks over 60, can be profound. Some of them may even be irreversible. I know that sounds like a big claim. But think about this for a second: our bodies change as we age. We become more sensitive, more reactive. Things that once had no effect on us now carry a whole lot more weight. A simple snack, a daily habit, a forgotten seed, can either work with your body or quietly work against it. So, ask yourself, have I been feeding my body what it truly needs in this stage of life? Or have I been missing out on something so simple, yet so powerful? Because in today's video, I'm going to walk you through 5 powerful ways pumpkin seeds can affect your body after 60. We'll cover brain clarity, hormone shifts, gut health, your heart rhythm, even how fast, or how slowly, your cells are aging. Some of these effects are helpful. Some can sneak up on you. And most seniors have no idea these changes are even happening. So, before you dismiss that little seed, before you think, "Oh, this isn't for me," I want you to stay with me. What you're about to learn could make a real difference in how you age from this point forward. And hey, let's make this a real conversation. Comment below, have you ever eaten pumpkin seeds regularly? Yes or no? Let's see how many of us grew up ignoring this quiet little superfood. And if you care about aging with grace, staying informed, and finding real, practical ways to care for your body, hit that subscribe button to join our growing family here at Elderly Wisdom Guide. Alright, are you ready? Let's dive in. 1. Zinc overload or deficiency, the brain and immune link. Let's start with a woman named Janet. She's 67, retired, and finally starting to slow down after a busy life of raising kids, working, and juggling everything in between. Like a lot of us, she got serious about her health after a couple of minor scares, nothing major, but enough to make her think. So, when she came across an article that said pumpkin seeds were good for the immune system, she thought, why not? She started adding them to her morning yogurt, just a spoonful or 2. Within a few weeks, something interesting happened. She noticed she wasn't catching her usual seasonal cold. Her sniffles vanished. Her energy felt a little more steady. But at night, she started tossing and turning. Her sleep felt lighter. Her dreams more vivid. Some nights she couldn't fall asleep at all. And that made her wonder, was it helping, or was something off? Here's what was going on behind the scenes. Pumpkin seeds are loaded, and I mean loaded, with zinc. Now, zinc is a critical mineral for your immune system. It helps your body fight off viruses, repair tissue, and even plays a role in maintaining your sense of taste and smell. But here's the thing. After 60, your body doesn't absorb zinc the way it used to. Some people become zinc deficient without realizing it, leading to a weakened immune response, slower healing, even a kind of brain fog that makes thinking feel heavy. But others, like Janet, go in the opposite direction. Because once you pass a certain threshold, too much zinc can block your ability to absorb another vital nutrient, copper. And when copper levels drop, nerve health suffers. That's when you start noticing odd changes. Restless sleep, tingling sensations, memory slips, even mood swings that don't seem to have a cause. Here's the tricky part: most people think, if it's good for me, I'll take more. But minerals like zinc aren't like vitamins where your body just flushes out the excess. Once you go past what your body needs, it starts creating imbalance. Especially in older adults, where the margin for error is smaller, and the consequences hit faster. So, what should you do? Well, balance is everything. A tablespoon of pumpkin seeds a day, about 10 grams, is usually enough to get the immune benefits without tipping the scale. And if you're eating them regularly, make sure your diet includes copper-rich foods, like lentils, mushrooms, or even a bit of dark chocolate. It's not about cutting pumpkin seeds out, it's about keeping your body in harmony. Because when zinc is balanced, your immune system runs like a well-oiled machine. Your brain feels clearer. Your body bounces back quicker from colds and cuts. And you feel more resilient, like you've got a quiet defense system working in your favor. But while zinc shapes your immune health and sharpens your mind, there's something even more surprising happening deeper inside your body, especially if you're over 60. 2. Hormonal reset, testosterone and estrogen shifts. Now let's talk about something most people your age are never told to think about, but it affects everything. From your sleep, your weight, your mood, even how confident you feel in your own skin. Your hormones. Let me introduce you to Michael. He's 72. A quiet guy. Spends most mornings tending to his garden and reading the newspaper before the world wakes up. But lately, he'd been dragging. Low energy. No drive. Even the simple things, like taking a walk or having a conversation, felt like a chore. He chalked it up to aging. "I'm just getting old," he said. Then his daughter, a nutritionist, gave him a small Ziploc bag filled with roasted pumpkin seeds and said, "Dad, try adding these to your breakfast. No pills. No hormones. Just seeds." He didn't expect much. But after about a month, something shifted. He had more pep in the mornings. His mood lifted. His mental fog started to clear. And at his next doctor's appointment, his blood work revealed something unusual for a man his age. His testosterone levels had gone up. Not sky high. Not unnatural. Just enough to make a difference, naturally. So, what was going on? Pumpkin seeds are rich in phytosterols, natural compounds found in plants that help support and regulate hormone levels. Think of them like little messengers that gently nudge your body's internal switches in the right direction. In men, these phytosterols can encourage slightly better testosterone balance. And while testosterone often gets associated with younger men, it actually plays a role in energy, strength, confidence, and even memory, well into your 70s and beyond. In postmenopausal women, pumpkin seeds may help with estrogen modulation. That means they don't boost estrogen in a dangerous way, they help the body keep what little estrogen is still there working more efficiently. Some women report fewer hot flashes, better sleep, and a bit more calm during the day after including them regularly. Now, let's clear something up. There's this idea floating around that only medications or hormone therapy can adjust your hormonal levels. But food plays a quiet, slow-moving, but powerful role over time. Hormones don't just change overnight, they respond to what you feed your body. And while pumpkin seeds aren't a miracle cure, they can be a gentle support to what your body is already trying to do: find balance. If you're feeling tired all the time, unmotivated, dealing with mood swings, or struggling with sleep, it may not just be stress or aging. It could be your hormones whispering for help. Adding just a few tablespoons of pumpkin seeds to your weekly meals, tossed in a salad, blended into oatmeal, or eaten as a snack, could provide that quiet nudge your body's been waiting for. Just remember, this is not a replacement for medical treatment, but as a part of a larger lifestyle. These tiny seeds might just help you feel more like yourself again. And if that sounds surprising, just wait. Because what pumpkin seeds do to your gut, that complex, sensitive engine that affects everything from your immune system to your mood, might just leave you speechless. 3. Fiber fermentation, the gut-brain connection. Now, let me tell you about Charles. He's 74, retired, and lives alone in a quiet neighborhood. He's the kind of man who reads the newspaper front to back, keeps a tidy lawn, and watches old westerns every evening. But for a while, something had been bothering him, and like a lot of folks his age, he kept it to himself. Constipation. Mild, but persistent. You know, that uncomfortable, sluggish feeling. The kind where you just don't feel right. He tried prune juice. He tried walking more. Nothing seemed to work long term. Then one weekend, his granddaughter came to visit. She's studying nutrition at college, full of bright ideas and energy. She noticed him skipping his usual afternoon snack and said, "Grandpa, why don't you try adding roasted pumpkin seeds to your routine? They help with digestion." He chuckled. Pumpkin seeds? For this? But being the good sport he is, he gave it a try. And within a week, things started to change. He was more regular. Less bloated. And oddly enough, he felt calmer. He said it felt like the clouds in his head were clearing. Like his mind could breathe again. And that, my friend, is not just coincidence. Here's what's really happening in your body. Pumpkin seeds are high in insoluble fiber, a type of fiber that doesn't dissolve in water but helps sweep your digestive tract clean. They're also packed with magnesium, which plays a huge role in relaxing the muscles of your colon and keeping bowel movements smooth and natural. But here's the part that doesn't get talked about enough, that fiber. It feeds your gut microbiome. That's the trillions of bacteria living in your intestines right now. They digest food, regulate inflammation, boost your immune system, and believe it or not, they even communicate directly with your brain. Scientists call this the gut-brain connection. You see, your gut isn't just about digestion, it's your second brain. And when you feed it right, the effects ripple out to your mood, your sleep, even your mental clarity. That sense of calm Charles felt? That wasn't just coincidence. It was his gut microbiome thanking him, quietly reducing inflammation, balancing neurotransmitters, and letting the fog lift. Now, here's where a lot of seniors go wrong. Many avoid seeds altogether because they think, oh, they'll get stuck, they'll be too rough on my digestion. And yes, if you've never eaten them and suddenly take a handful, your body might push back. But when you introduce them slowly, start with just a teaspoon a day, and drink enough water. Your digestive system learns how to use them properly. Over time, they help restore your rhythm, not disrupt it. Look for roasted, unsalted pumpkin seeds. They're easier on your stomach and don't raise your sodium levels. You can sprinkle them over soup, mix them into yogurt, or just eat a few as a light snack. It's a small habit that supports something big, your gut health. And when your gut is working well, the rest of your body follows. But digestion isn't the only thing pumpkin seeds quietly influence. Because what they do to your heart, especially your blood pressure and rhythm, might just make you rethink everything you thought you knew about heart health. 4. Magnesium and heart rhythm, the silent stabilizer. Now I want you to meet Eleanor. She's 69 years old, still very active, and one of those women who always looks put together, even for a trip to the grocery store. She walks every morning, does puzzles to keep her mind sharp, and drinks herbal tea instead of coffee. But lately, something had been bothering her. She started noticing these strange little flutters in her chest. Not pain. Not anything dramatic. Just an offbeat rhythm, palpitations, skipping beats, a thump that felt out of place. At first, she brushed it off. Thought it was just stress. But when it kept happening, she went to her cardiologist. After running a few tests, they found something very simple, but very important. Eleanor was low in magnesium. And when she asked her doctor what to do about it, he said something she didn't expect: you don't need pills. Just eat more foods that give your body what it's asking for. Try pumpkin seeds. So, she did. She added a tablespoon to her oatmeal in the morning, a little more over her roasted vegetables in the evening. Within a few weeks, she started to feel a difference. The flutters calmed down. Her sleep became deeper. Her anxiety, something she never really admitted out loud, began to fade. Her body felt like it had found its rhythm again. And that's no accident. Pumpkin seeds are one of the richest plant-based sources of magnesium you can find. And here's why that matters so much, especially after 60. As we age, our magnesium levels tend to drop. Not because we eat less of it, necessarily, but because our absorption slows down. And when magnesium is low, your heart rhythm can get out of sync. You may experience arrhythmias, muscle cramps, higher blood pressure, even feelings of unease or restlessness that have no clear cause. Magnesium plays a central role in relaxing your blood vessels, calming the nervous system, and keeping your heartbeat steady. It's like the quiet hand on the wheel, steering your cardiovascular system with gentle precision. But here's something most people don't realize. Popping a magnesium supplement isn't always the answer. Your body actually absorbs food-based magnesium more efficiently, and more safely, than it does from pills. Supplements can sometimes go too far, especially for older adults. They can cause digestive upset, or even interfere with medications. But with food? Your body knows exactly what to do. It absorbs what it needs and discards the rest, like nature intended. So, what's the best way to add it? Just a quarter cup of pumpkin seeds. About 2 heaping tablespoons, can give you nearly half of your daily magnesium needs. You can stir them into oatmeal, sprinkle them on a salad, or blend them into a smoothie. And if you toast them lightly, the flavor becomes rich and nutty, easy to enjoy without even thinking of it as healthy. It's a simple change, but for your heart, it can be a game changer. Because your heart, just like the rest of you, doesn't need big dramatic interventions to feel better. Sometimes, it just needs support. Gentle, daily support from something as small as a seed. But as powerful as magnesium is, the most profound effect pumpkin seeds have isn't in your gut, or your hormones, or even your heart. It's something much deeper. It's in your cells, in the very building blocks of your body, where the quiet battle of aging is always taking place. And what pumpkin seeds do there, may change the way you look at aging altogether. 5. Cellular defense, antioxidants and aging slowed down. Let me tell you about Linda. She's 75 years old. Graceful. Sharp as a tack. The kind of woman who still sends handwritten birthday cards and remembers everyone's favorite dessert. She walks every day. Spends time in her garden. And once a week, she treats herself to a quiet lunch on her back porch, where she sprinkles a handful of pumpkin seeds over her salad like clockwork. At her last doctor's visit, her physician looked at her blood work, smiled, and said, "Your biological age? It's closer to 65 than 75. Now Linda's not one to jump on health fads or trends. She's not chasing youth. She's chasing vitality, that steady strength that lets you enjoy your life, not just exist in it." And when she was asked what she's been doing differently, she simply said, "Nothing fancy. I just feed my body what it can actually use. Every day. No excuses." For her, that includes pumpkin seeds. Not because someone told her it was trendy, but because of what they do inside the body, especially at the cellular level. Here's where things get powerful. Pumpkin seeds are packed with natural antioxidants, specifically vitamin E, carotenoids, and polyphenol. Now, these aren't just fancy buzzwords. They're your body's frontline defenders against something called oxidative stress. So, what is that? Oxidative stress is like the silent rust of aging. Every day, your cells are under attack from unstable molecules called free radicals. They're produced from normal processes like breathing and digestion, but they're also triggered by stress, pollution, poor diet, medications, and even too much sun exposure. Left unchecked, these free radicals damage your cells, your skin, your brain, your heart, your joints. They speed up cell breakdown, weaken tissues, and open the door to chronic illness. It's the real reason aging feels faster for some and slower for others. But antioxidants, like the ones in pumpkin seeds, step in and neutralize these free radicals before they cause harm. They don't just slow down aging on the outside. They protect your organs, your immune system, your energy, your memory, everything that matters when you're trying to stay independent and well in your later years. And here's the beautiful part. You don't need exotic powders, expensive teas, or supplements that cost a fortune. You just need a handful of pumpkin seeds. A small sprinkle a day, on a salad, in oatmeal, even just eaten as they are, can deliver a consistent stream of cellular protection. Over time, that builds up. Your body becomes more resilient. Your cells take less damage. Your aging process slows down. Now, here's where the misunderstanding often happens. Most people think aging is just about wrinkles or gray hair. But true aging happens inside your body, where you can't see it. And every single day, your choices either speed it up, or quietly slow it down. Pumpkin seeds may seem too small, too simple. But they work at the level that matters most, deep inside your cells, where real aging begins. And when you start giving your body the kind of support it actually needs, you might just feel younger. Not in years, but in energy. In clarity. In how you move, how you sleep, how you live. But as hopeful and exciting as all of this sounds, let's take a moment to be honest. Because we know that even the best information can't protect us from the emotional weight that comes with aging. Let's talk about what all of this really means, deep down, where it matters most. It's hard to accept that our bodies change so quickly after 60. It can feel like one day you're walking a mile without thinking, and the next, your knees ache after just getting the mail. Your sleep shifts. Your digestion slows. Your energy flickers. You might look in the mirror and wonder, where did the time go? And the truth is, aging can feel like a thief, quietly taking away what once felt permanent. There's grief in that. There's frustration. There's fear. And it's okay to feel all of it. Because what you're feeling is human. But here's something most people don't tell you, you're not helpless. You're not on a runaway train with no brakes. With the right information, with small, meaningful changes, you begin to take the wheel back. Every time you choose a food that supports your body instead of draining it, you're not just feeding yourself. You're sending a message to your cells, to your heart, to your brain, I still care. I still want to thrive. Pumpkin seeds may seem like nothing, a handful of tiny green kernels. But inside them is a message your body can hear loud and clear, help is here. Zinc to protect your mind and immunity. Phytosterols to bring your hormones back into rhythm. Fiber and magnesium to comfort your gut and calm your nervous system. Antioxidants to guard your cells and slow the clock from the inside out. And when you choose to give your body that help, you step out of fear and into preparedness. You move from decline into deliberate care. So, start small. Roast a few seeds. Add them to yogurt. Toss them into a salad. Or better yet, share the idea with someone you love. Let food become a bridge, not just to better health, but to deeper connection. You are not too old. You are not too late. Your body is still listening, to every bite, every habit, every ounce of hope you feed it. And with each choice, you're not just aging. You're evolving. Let's quickly recap what we've explored today. Pumpkin seeds might look simple, but they are packed with power. Zinc to support brain clarity and immunity. Phytosterols to nudge your hormones gently in the right direction. Fiber and magnesium to improve digestion and gut-brain harmony. Magnesium again for a steadier heart rhythm. And antioxidants to slow aging at the cellular level. All this, in a food you can hold in your hand. No prescription. No side effects. No gimmicks. Just real nourishment. For a body that still has so much life ahead. Now I want to hear from you. Have you tried eating pumpkin seeds regularly? Did you notice any changes in your sleep, mood, digestion, or energy? Maybe it helped you, maybe it didn't. Either way, your story matters. Leave a comment below and let's build a space where we learn from each other. If you found this video helpful, uplifting, or simply worth your time, give it a like. And if you haven't already, subscribe to Elderly Wisdom Guide. This isn't just a channel. It's a movement, a space where aging doesn't mean shrinking, it means shining with more wisdom, more purpose, and more grace than ever before. Remember, you have more power over your health than you've ever been told. Your best days are not behind you. They are still forming, still unfolding, still waiting for your care and your courage. Thank you for being here. Thank you for caring. Stay wise, stay strong, and I'll see you in the next video.